we may have blockers in the way. And so to your point, I think implementation is a really big piece to evaluate, right? And do an audit around here's where I am, here's what's working for me that really feeds well into AI right now. Here's maybe some things that need XYZ in order for AI to work in a cohesive way. And so it's really kind of like pen to paper, being real and honest about this is what I can do now, and this is what I can maybe do in the future. And so building out this maturity assessment or this AI journey, if you will, to make sure that the impact is working to your point and the return on investment continues to grow and grow and grow. And we like to say it as the walk, crawl, run. And somebody the other day told me fly. So I love that now. It's the walk, crawl, run, fly AI journey. So I think that's a really great point. And, you know, we hear that a lot is I'm not seeing the impact. I'm not seeing the impact. So that was a good point to call out. We do actually have an assessment that helps you go through that and asks some pretty critical questions to just help you start to think about what is working, where should I focus. So I'll drop that in the chat in the next few minutes here so that you can do that. It's free, it's quick, and helps kind of start to kickstart that audit.
Yeah. So I have one question on this, right? Based on all this discussion we've had, Jackie, like if you were to just summarize and tell the audience, or maybe any CX leader for that matter, right? If they were looking at implementing solutions or implementing AI to be prepared for the next seasonal trend or for the next summer surge. So realistically, what should they expect? What's the timeline? Just based on, you know, all the prospects, customers that we talk with, what's the expectation that they need to go with just so they're not set up for disappointment and failure?
Yeah, I don't know if this is the best answer, but I think this is the real answer. And you can add on to it as well, Sneha. But I don't think that there is one strategy. It's not like a one size fits all solution. I think every company has different problems. At the surface, they may bucket and be themed into one, right? And so there are some similarities. But when you peel back that onion and understand what is that stopping you from doing, what are those roadblocks really causing in terms of business outcomes? What are your goals this year or in 5 years? That's where the nuances really start to come through. And I think having those tough conversations, right? I can't even count how many times the customers come in and said, this is my problem, which it is. But when you really start to ask the questions, dig into the data, the problem ends up being something completely different. And it then feeds back into this, right? And so it's building this kind of partnership and collaboration on where do we scale for volume and quality? What issues are actually ready for automation? Are we equipping your people to exceed right now? And which problems are going to make the quickest impact, right? There's quick ROI and then there's the long game. And setting those expectations on, I know you want to solve this, that's going to take X amount of time. If you want quick ROI, let's do some of these things that are going to be quick wins, while this thing over here is building up an engine, and then your ROI will start in X time.